I'm already asleep.
It's
I'm
awesome.
waking up. Waking up.
You better wake up right now, Cable.
Turn. Oh, cause
I thought Larry Butts was gonna come in here for no reason. I don't know why.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness?
Yes. How can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
she's like, oh, I've been to hell, literally.
In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die.
Let's go.
The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
Okay.
So that means you...
Wait a minute,
Fuck
bro.
what you were gonna say.
You just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay?
Yes, you have a problem with that?
Of course.
Give us that nonsense. There's no way that.
Watch yourself, trite.
Drinks.
If you got a problem, you solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules.
Now, Mr. Godot is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well.
Shut your bitch ass
Oh,
up.
Maya. It be true?
For this, you have to press everything, so I'm just gonna do it for you.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
The whole plan began with my death.
You were executed last month, correct?
Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
Ooh,
Damn, not
I wish I
wrong.
could see that.
How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay?
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed the plan.
Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well,
What the fuck?
even though I'm her own daughter.
Oh, to make Pearl Fay the master of Kareem?
She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost to her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
A plan, huh?
Man with a
A
plan.
stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master.
And stop.
Talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct?
Motherfucker. Nigga. No,
Yes.
I was trying to click and it wasn't going.
I thought at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister Iris.
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
Abandoned?
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
Damn.
You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried with a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right?
Ooh.
And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
How horrible.
The really horrible one was that woman, that bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fey.
Oh, wow.
She was born with an abundance of spiritual power. Unfortunately for her, Morgan Fey heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
But for it to work, Maya Fey will have to die.
Maya would have to die? But why? Come on, Bryce.
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master, the remaining descendants of the current master would have to be taken care of.
But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally, the life of Maya Fey as well.
How could anyone do that?
The idea was for me to kill Maya, then pin the blame on Iris.
You? You were gonna kill Maya.
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
So, the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway.
But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Hey,
Backstabber.
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway,
Try.
The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
You think the plan was a success?
you heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead.
Damn, grab her, everyone.
Now the title of Master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
That's absurd.
Fuck off,
Maya's
tables.
just-
I don't even know what that was.
Oh, I just stopped.
All right.
Why are you popping off?
That's absurd.
Because these
Maya's
niggas are
just-
assholes.
Just a little.
Truly.
Maya's
Just
just
a
chilling.
little
Maya, she ain't dead, bro. Maya's just trapped inside the sacred cavern.
It's on copium right now.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Feeny?
Don't call me that bitch. Fucking slut.
You can't call me that anymore. Whore.
Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you.
Oh shit. Fuck
Your
women, bro.
sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people.
My what?
And your small cock.
Okay.
I just want to know what thing.
Hey, you ain't have to
It's
take it
probably
that
over.
far.
Why do you personally think of Morgan Face? What did you personally think of Morgan Face plan?
Bro, I really just imagine EDP wearing Phoenix's clothes, and that that shit just looks
No.
horrid.
No!
I mean, there's a picture of that. I mean, it's black though.
Is my life forward?
I
that's
told
just,
you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
It's just Steve.
If that's how you feel. Why'd you help her carry it out?
A picture of fat Stewie Griffin.
Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
So what? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead.
Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was?
Yes.
A little bit.
Eh?
Yes.
Faith is once again just happy to be here.
Obviously, because you were helping Morgan Fay like Mumber.
Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious.
So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan in her plan so she could accomplish her own goal.
All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge.
Revenge. I got no choice but to present that piece of evidence. Can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. You gotta keep a cool head, and you need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she was after as well. Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, I'm assuming she wanted to get revenge for Mia. They present Mia.
I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, who else did you want to get revenge on?
These are some non-committal ass statements.
Get revenge on He's nuts.
No.
Oh, brother. What the
I don't think we put it there though. Go back.
Cuz, dude, be a better moderator. God
Nigga,
damn.
tell me what to fucking do,
Go
bitch.
to the right. Go to the right 9 times.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh fuck, oh
5,
fuck, oh
6.
fuck, that was too many times tables. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
I mean, go 4 more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There we go. And then 1 more to the right. Nah, see, I should have said 10. Alright. So let's go to present. You see the hoodie? It's that. Oh, it's Iris's. Okay, never mind. We can try Mia then.
What?
I honestly didn't know when you were
Tables, what was the logic behind that?
I was just bored.
Please present me.
What do you guys think?
I don't know, man.
I don't want.
Stop.
That was almost
Could it
scary.
be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya herself, bro?
What's her hair?
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore,
Yes, I do.
because I'm already dead.
I can still punish you right now.
Hard.
Well, I have the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey.
Woohoo.
Somehow I knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel.
We get Pearl in here so we can channel Mia.
Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that?
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Epic. Just for that? For that you... Oh, fucking God, you would kill Maya, bruh? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fay then, good?
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Shut up.
What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me.
Yes, there is.
That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So it was at least Donam who channeled her after all.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I'd hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
So then you... Like, what'd you do? I forgot. Oh, you stabbed her? Is that what you did? You stabbed her?
It's strange, but... I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory?
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed.
You were
At the
slut.
last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
Stupid weak ass son, but that's not like her at all. I wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. Because that's not how you
Anyway.
eat fries.
I suddenly lost consciousness.
Tables is now self-conscious.
But before I did, I scrawled her name on the back of the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the secret cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Hard. Interrupted.
It was
Bro, what
early
if-
in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
Could it have been Maya? Oh, man,
Mayo?
me and him think alike. I was just about to say that.
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Oh my god, all of us are just alike. Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well in the back of the sacred cavern.
Fade to black. That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. My, and Pee. Girls went there to cover the hanging
That
scroll
shouldn't
in
be
gravy.
fucking funny, god damn it.
Girl just shat all over the fucking wall.
They wear a diaper at it.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock.
God,
But
it's so gross.
I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
The flies. Good.
Oh shit. The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck.
Lot of heart. Let's
After-
go.
After
What
that
up?
big earthquake, she showed up, all by herself.
Damn, I miss Lotta. The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation.
Just locked it up even more.
And I locked her away in my place. I had finally learned exactly what I had hoped. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean by that?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me I'd assumed it was Pearl Fay.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was... Misty Fay, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there.
Ghost on real bear.
Maya Fay. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
Ooh. Nigga like me.
Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
That's bullshit.
Sleeper, bro. That was some bullshit that you said.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
Show him. If I seem to be the only bastard with a court record nowadays. What's up? What is a so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fay has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
You say that about my... Huh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
Where?
Hell.
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of Eagle River. Where else?
Blue.
I know. Hold on.
Hold on.
Eagle River.
Maya Fay killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into Eagle River.
We don't get an animation for her falling?
No.
Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever.
L
Yeah,
chapter.
that's fact. I mean, that's cat. Went in there and he made it up.
I'm calling her right now. Maya Fay. It was just playing prop hunt, and she's just a pillar with her name on it.
Bruh. She can drop that.
That is
She's,
so.
that
That
is
is
playing, by the way. She doesn't even know any of this is going on. She doesn't
That
even know
ass.
anyone's dead.
that is the dumbest explanation I've ever heard.
Truly.
Like she still thinks like
I would
this. She
have
doesn't think there's a child.
never figured to construct that fucking explanation in my life.
Bro, I was waiting like fucking 5 minutes to fucking reveal it, but it was just so much info being dropped. I'm like, damn, like this is still viable. Like,
Craziest prop
Come
game
on.
I've ever played,
Like
bro.
once this chapter's over, like we're just gonna go back and like Maya's gonna come and like, hey Nick.
it's like the Quagmire toilet transformation. You're gonna hear the beginning
Quagmire.
of Kanye's Jesus, and she's gonna transform back to her.
Hey, Quagmire.
So what do you have to say now, Beanie?
Ooh, but that was a great Young M.A. song.
Screaming. Oh. Damn. Someone
Oh, hold up, Maya's calling me.
Hold on.
It's good those
Pardon me, friends. The money is calling, as they say. Whoopsie. Sorry, that's my
That's
phone.
the babe. The babe's calling him.
The who? What kind of ringtone is that?
Sounds like some outro music.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Godot here. Ellipses. Okay. Thanks.
Oh, was it something important?
They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern.
Cool. Now, how about Maya?
That's how.
What shoes
There
she got on?
was a woman in the cave.
Was it Maya Fey?
It was the accused, Sister Iris.
Huh?
Don't look so surprised. I locked her in here yesterday. I just finished telling you that.
Yeah, I should have said it out loud earlier before they announced it, because I was like, yeah, it's definitely just ours. So what about Maya? Where did she go, bro?
Where did she go?
There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern.
That's some bullshit.
Told you, didn't I? She's dead.
Bro, but you're a liar. You lied all day. No, never mind. You're telling the truth. I believe you, bro.
Nah,
Man,
just
you
kill
pulled
her,
it
bro.
fast.
So I'm lost. What the fuck?
She's dead.
It seems.
Oh, I know Maya is dead. Good. That's what.
Yes, of course.
They said they found Iris in the
Yes.
the cave.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes,
she
they
locked her shit
found-
in the cave.
They found
So,
Iris.
Who the fuck is in front of us right now?
Dahlia Hawthorne.
You are one black motherfucker.
That this case has come to an end. A tragic end. Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Stoneham, also known as Misty... What?
Good up for me.
Was... Oh, never mind. I got confused. Was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she has done, Maya Fey jumped into death into the raging waters of Eagle River.
Bruh. No, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Let me join her.
What shoes she got on?
Wright. Have you ever heard of this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem.
What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot?
According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember,
She killed herself.
this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means that Maya had thrown herself into the river. It must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge.
That's right. That's where she jumped from.
You play Donkey Kong Country too?
But that is impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there.
Oh yeah, we literally made that a few court cases ago.
Don't get your pennies all twisted up, Wright.
Do not.
Just
I was wearing
relax
panties.
and think through the whole thing again.
She hit the rock on the way down. Where'd he go?
Back on the rocks, back on the rocks.
These are fruit of the loom, sir.
Impossible.
These are Hanes, Mr. Godot.
Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River.
Think about it, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim?
Oh, let's go to the left.
Do we go to the map? Do we go to the map? Do we go to the map? Do we go to the map?
Let's go to the left.
Which map?
Bruh, she's the fucking lantern, bruh.
The land.
It was right in front of our faces. It even had Maya written on it. No fucking wonder.
Oh, she's obviously trapped in the crystal ball.
the dusky bridge map.
What?
The map of Dusky Bridge.
You want to look at it or something?
This?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, look, it's like some rockets
Yeah,
down.
that's what
Bruh,
I
don't
said.
yell at me, bruh. Don't yell at me, bruh.
Oh man, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She could have easily made that jump.
No,
Yeah, man, she had her Air Jordans on with like the
Bruh,
special
there's
pumps in
a
them.
bridge. Like, come on, bro. She could have done that shit. Bruh.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, like the little blue shits. Like that gives her like a super jump.
She had her air Caranes on.
Great.
Her air,
Alright, just show that shit, bro. I don't
her air amis.
She used her super jump, and it's just like.
Oh, you
woo.
could have presented the Dusky Bridge as well.
Strapped up like I'm a fucking lesbian. It's impossible to jump into the river from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness.
What did you
So
say?
she tried.
Terrorists, I just killed a pedestrian. 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Am I correct? Yep, let me hear it. Correct. Yep. Just take a look at this overhead map.
God.
As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side, it's like a little rock shelf. Now, yeah,
Oh.
it'll hurt, owie, ooch, and all
Oh,
that.
you're right.
Ow.
She would have reached the river if she had like jumped off. She wouldn't have reached the river if he jumped off from there. That would have been
Just tech the
like,
rocks.
bam. So in other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo.
Ah,
Mmm.
Man, I can't believe she.
So you finally figured it out.
you.
Nigga.
No!
Nigga hurt himself in the background. Don't worry.
I hurt my knee.
I couldn't. Never mind. Order.
You're just playing with me.
You've been playing with me this our whole relationship. I don't want to hear that shit.
Why?
You made my college years hell.
Maya Faye's body is in the bottom of Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding.
But she's
Setting inside the nut shack.
So Miss Hawthorne, have you heard this one? Peep this one. Don't really peep.
What I said.
Peep this one. Once you eliminate the impossible, I knew the truth.
What the heck was that?
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
That's a nice cosign there, Trite.
Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern, right? So we now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River.
Correct.
Good.
That eliminates all the most likely possibilities.
She went back home.
Now, although it seems there's still one other place she could be.
What? What is this one possibility you were talking about?
That's obviously a bluff.
She's in the garden,
So where is her dead body then?
in the garden, emitting a light.
Okay.
You're really
I think the
sticking
pieces
to
are
that.
falling into place.
He's speaking into existence. It's called self-affirmation.
Normally, the living have no way to punish the dead. Like, duh, come on, they're dead. But I think there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment: embarrassment. Fucking dumbass.
Staring right in front of her face.
Shall I tell you,
Hands
Miss
down.
Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant?
He's right here.
In this motherfucking visage.
Bruh. That's her body. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I was
what I
thinking
was
that the whole
asking
time,
earlier.
but I was.
I'm not gonna lie. I was actually kind of laughing to myself when. Never mind. Go ahead, Breed.
There's only one possibility left. I was thinking it's because of the outfit the whole time. Like, I don't know if she was wearing that the whole time, but for some reason I'm
Yeah,
just like, bro, it could straight up just be her because they were saying that she was channeling that, like, they used her body illegally. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom.
What?
Maya phasing here?
You say she's in my courtroom?
Where?
That's right, and I'm joining Smash, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Just completely disregard this whole case. I'm joining Smash.
On some fucking Fire Emblem type shit.
I seem to recall that you said I had misunderstood one thing, you see.
So what?
But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. Whose shoes? I mean, at this very moment, who's channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why, that's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's Pearl Fay, that pathetic little sniveling runt.
But
What do I look like? You're wrong as a bitch. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it.
he's not old enough.
And what? I never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
Could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Someone called me before Pearl did? Who?
Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could.
BFA.
Yeah, Mia, dead person.
Channelception.
I channeled your spirit as I was.
That
a
nigga
spirit.
Gumshoe doing numbers right now. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Come on. Present.
Shout out to the surprise bikini assist. Shout out.
Surprise bikini assist.
Alright. Anyways, go Pearl.
Okay.
Channeling.
No,
someone
go to
like
Maya.
Wright.
Do y'all agree? Or like...
I don't know, like the color of the hair is slightly off.
I didn't even wait for him.
This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it. Misty. Lol.
I have a question. When Pearl first said that someone else might have been channeling her, who did y'all think it was?
I thought it was my uncle Tim.
I had no idea. I just didn't even. I just kind of let that one slide.
I mean, I really thought it was like Maya the whole time, like, cause I was like, who else was there? But then this episode or whatever, they had like the fucking other moms bullshitting like this fucking Wendy Williams or something. I don't care,
What? Why did you think of Wendy Williams?
bro. They
What?
always fighting on that bitch, bro. Like I fucking hate them niggas.
Yeah, they
Just
are
thought-
always fighting. They always
That
scrapping
she
us
couldn't.
on.
My first theory was that she couldn't channel her because she was actually alive this whole time. That was gonna be like the big plot twist of this court case.
And then they say she dead. Like what? Why is she so sure that the motherfucker dead? There's only one possibility left.
There's no way.
Come on already. I can't stand the tension.
People be like,
Dahlia Hawthorne, the person
No,
channeling.
no,
you
no.
right
You set up the
now
flip
must
the frame
be-
laugh. Shit.
The person channeling you must be May Faye.
and then she starts stabbing herself because she wants
What?
her dead so bad.
That's what.
I mean,
But
she
how
wants
could
her
that
dead.
be? Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal?
She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey.
Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her,
Yeah, you should probably get her out of this.
Well, Gramps, what would happen?
Damn. I got
could it
brains.
be?
He was loading.
It look, bro forgot he buffered. It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Maya got a brain, come on.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
Come on.
What am I going on about? The reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from your dumbass.
To protect herself? From me?
Yep, you're her condom, stupid. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing my. The path back to Hazakura was closed off and there was nowhere to run. So then the problem became, well, is she the lantern? Or we're the safest place to hide.
Oh, man.
This project.
Ah! You mean that's when she channeled me?
All this time you thought you'd been channeled by the little one. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place. It was you.
No, No, don't
pissed.
say that!
Alright. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Now she's gonna try to kill herself, but
Yeah,
Say
she's gonna
that
try
I-
to kill herself now.
Dahlia Hawthorne was played for a fool by that little whelp?
she looks bad as hell right now.
Bro, so so one of the galleries just playing that on their phone.
That's
Just to
gonna
make
laugh
fun of
at-
her? Oh my gosh.
I was in denial.
You don't
God.
say. Maya Fey killed herself. Isn't it obvious?
Shut up. You were wrong. She couldn't have done that shit at all. It's impossible.
But I will, Frens.
This was the only avenue to escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple.
I don't believe you.
I mean, you could always
Stu-
drink.
A stupid little girl like that who's never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have given her such a brilliant idea?
Me,
Bruh.
nigga.
God is right there, bro. Like, come on. Me, of course. Who said that? Oh,
Oh. Okay. Didn't really just.
wait, what the heck?
I mean, Mia, hi, Mia,
Yeah,
hi,
Fey.
Mia, hi,
If
Mia.
you want to prove it,
Ah.
you could just drink some of that poison that you had.
It's
Hi,
been a
Mia.
brick.
Mia, hi.
Bro,
Mia.
shut up.
Just burning alive.
So it's true. It was you.
Whereas-
Yes.
You're something else.
What are you doing here?
That hair. It's Pearls, right? Where the fuck is Pearls? Wait, Pearls just
How
pull
does she
up.
get in
Did she
here?
get through security?
Pearl was in
That's what I'm
the Pearl was at the very beginning of this trial. Like she was in the lobby with you during.
I know
Oh,
that,
I
but
didn't-
then
Like, she
the
wasn't
question
in
leaves:
there.
is how did she not realize that
I-
Pearls was there talking about that she's here, that she's her?
Yeah, she just had to
No,
walk in.
no. Pearl didn't walk in until just now. Dahlia never saw Pearl. She was in the prosecution's lobby. Remember?
Yeah, the question
right?
was, why did she just walk in though? It's just like,
We're talking
They just
about,
let her
like,
slide through?
How did she just?
I guess she was just hiding under the table the entire time.
The
Just
little,
go, like-
the little jit just walked through the courtroom and like no one said anything.
and then she just rose like 3 feet.
He said, "Hold up, I'm about to transform." Anyway,
Boom, boom, boom.
Well, the game probably couldn't simulate that she just walked in at this moment.
Probably not, yeah.
Guess
That's
we're
probably
not
what it was.
understanding.
It's just funny to think about.
I
It's
want your
lot-
stupid
legit,
ass to
I don't
go back
watch
to
it.
the night.
I don't
one
remember
more
how
time.
this went down and how she appeared in the anime, but
I actually
Eh.
don't remember either, but that's what I just assumed based on the game.
Way, you had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden. And then, in the final moment of the fight, you lost consciousness. You were shooting slumber. Damn,
I
fuck.
was stabbed by Maya Fey.
Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you.
W.
She did?
Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed.
It done crooked as hell. When she woke up, she was in the training hall, booling. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. The explanation in a memo, the situation. She explained in a memo. She asked me what I thought she would do. Should do. Will do.
That's broken. You could just get man.
She really could just write shit to her and then have her read it.
She did that? I can't believe it.
Well, nigga, duh. I didn't have all the details, but
She did the same thing at the end of the last game when she was
Yeah, I remember
being
that.
dragged around by Shelly the killer.
Yeah.
But one thing was perfectly clear.
And that was.
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? You mean by that? It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in a sacred cavern until help arrived. So it was Maya who put that lock on there.
Yes, but why did you order her to do those things?
If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. The dumb fuck. I mean the little one. But
The
Pearls?
Jit.
Legit.
Yes, Jit didn't probably understand the plan. Because, yeah. So all she was trying to do was follow her mother Morgan Faye's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia's Hawthorne spirit, not gonna lie, things would have sucked ass. Put it mildly.
So, that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Faye to kill Maya at all costs.
Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent deal all along.
Dare you? I won't forget this.
Yes, you will.
How
Go to
could
hell.
you?
Go down.
Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? The little plan was nothing but a big old L. Yes, another failure to add to the collection. Wouldn't you say?
What do you mean by another?
Well,
I beat you!
you died twice, didn't you? Ooh, what shoes you got on? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. Shit funny.
What? How dare you?
You only succeeded in tricking me to thinking that you loved me. But 11 years ago,
He says with a single tear rolling down his face.
I still hit.
I was still deep, fucking elbow deep in that fucking badge of yours.
I was down bad.
Nigga, why y'all say this with this
Kidnapping
scene?
Your very, very first crime. Let's look back. Roaches be like,
You swat them off.
you got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but
2 milli.
after Terry Falls escaped, you gave that diamond to Corey X Kenshin instead. What a dummy. Next.
Bro.
The truth was exposed.
And then there's like a fucking thumbnail where Corey X Kid just like, I just got $2 million!
That's his diamond play button video.
What?
Oh, fuck.
Shut your mouth. That wasn't my fault.
The fuck up.
It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman.
And then 1 year later, because oh my god, you just won't stop blabbing your mouth, you tried to kill me. No. I mean, I'm still alive, but
It's like piss in a shower, it went down the drain.
you wound up killing someone else. Imagine. Poor that guy, though.
Rip Bozo.
Rest in peace, Doug Swallow.
As a result,
You are gay.
you were sentenced to death.
That was like the cut-in of what actually happened in this flashback. That goes back.
Guys, hurry up, there's not a
Stupid.
lot of time.
It's one stupid move after another for you. But unlike Lunar Sly's YouTube channel, it's no longer funny.
You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face.
Be sure to subscribe, guys. And now these 2 large, asymmetrical.
Why they gotta be asymmetrical, dog?
You messed up again, and you let Maya Fey escape like a dumbass. Even though she was right there in front of you. How you do that, man?
And GR, I see it.
Like
Yeah,
imagine
Faye.
Marshawn Lynch
Yeah,
missing
Faye.
that easy ass
Yeah,
interception.
Faye.
What you yelling at, bro? Well, she sleep right now. Chill.
You spinster!
Don't talk about my wife like that.
You
I
what?
was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would.
And you
I'll
cursed
start
for no
strangling
reason.
myself.
And if you
And if
hadn't
all-
gotten the
oh.
spiky-haired jerk a guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death.
Ah, lynched.
Okay.
That was insane, true.
She just opens her mouth and that's what comes.
But, not gonna lie, I think you finally understand, Miss Hawthorne. You really never defeat me. You fucking suck.
What? What did you say?
You like the Bowser to my Luigi, you know? Like, I'm not always, like, Phoenix is like the Mario in the situation, but, like, you still suck. And as long as I'm around, you still suck.
She's charging it
Really
up.
was
She's
conflicted.
charging it up.
Misusing your influence. Sometimes you said that there was no way we could punish you. But because you were already dead,
What about it?
then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. These are very much factoids, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, fuck, I didn't do that. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win anything.
Ooh.
God, they going in on this little bitch. And for you, there is no escape from that no hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed. The narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp.
Well,
You-
symbolic.
You're wrong. It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you?
She talking like Playboy Cardi right now. We better run. It no longer matters.
Anthem plays.
Tell him shut up. My son cried. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is that pussy one more fucking time, please. Please,
God, you ruined it.
There's one more for the road.
Never know. Season
That would be minus, though. That would be minus. Her
For
whole
the
body's
road.
gone. Let it go on
For
the
the
night.
road.
like, oh, Mia, that was so hot.
Okay, kids, please read, please read, please read.
Please
It's
stop,
for you to
please
come out of
stop.
Maya's mouth right now, bro.
Vibrating.
Hell is
What
this?
the fuck? Hell shit?
Oh
Hell.
God.
Demon over here. What
Why'd
the
you
fuck?
play that?
I'm not ready. Not ready to go.
Now imagine the judge.
Turn that music off.
So much demon
Among
shit
Us?
going on here.
Oh.
Among Us.
Nigga,
Ruining the scene so bad.
We finally voted out the imposter, guys.
God, can they
Good
turn that
job.
down, bro?
Oh, yeah. Who's getting the best head? I'm sorry.
Fresh. Fuck up, you're ruining shit.
She look different as hell right now.
Nick. Sis.
I actually like this hairstyle. Keep it.
Die.
Never mind.
That's funny as fuck. Anyways, the game over yet? Damn it.
Now then, I assume you are the real Iris?
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
I must say that you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from.
I like those! It seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as the young Pearl Faye, are also victims of this wicked, selfish plan.
Yeah, alright.
The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
Psych.
Mr. Rage,
But you won't,
why OG for life? I mean, about the whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He'll even criticize me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the crane channeling technique.
Hey, isn't it the New Year's issue of Occult?
Okay.
I've seen quite a few things in many years on the bench. And in all that time, I finally learned this one thing. Y'all niggas crazy, honestly.
Y'all niggas different.
TBH.
Each case is different, and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
Yeah, I mean, that's cute, I guess. Never thought of it that way.
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
You niggas not done yet. Not on my watch.
Also, guilty.
You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial, yeah, I mean, it isn't over yet.
Oh
That's what he
my
means.
gosh.
What?
Trite. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony?
Huh? Dahlia's testimony?
Caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
Stabby.
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed.
Hey, we already cleared. They both fainted, bro.
Nah, bro. Maya's a killer, bro.
Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right.
The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. At least Donum, no, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it.
This isn't over, bro.
Bruh.
Not quite yet.
Look. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial.
Rip Iris.
Which is
rip
not how
Iris.
defense attorneys work, but you know how it be.
No, we can't have unsolved cases in these.
It has to be 100% a
Karma.
turnabout.
On karma, kill her.
No reasonable doubt here. We can't let her walk until there's evidence that proves her innocence. Once again, not how defense attorneys work.
Yeah, it's always guilty until proven innocent, guys.
Yep.
No way.
But this court is prepared for any further testimony.
Saya, keep going.
The prosecution is ready to call our final witness.
Final witness?
This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Indeed.
I couldn't give less of a fuck, Mr. Prosecutor. I mean, is it really alright, Mr. Prosecutor?
Security.
Of course it's alright, Madam Attorney.
Very well then. Who is this final witness?
Isn't it obvious?
It's perfect.
There's one person who saw the whole event. It'll put the final dagger in this case.
Someone who saw the murder take place?
The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes.
Oh my.
You mean Maya? You can't testify after what she just been through.
Yes, you can.
We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand.
Gotta wake her up, though.
Very well, but first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial.
Hey, Trot. I got something to say to you, so listen up.
Alright, I'm over here. Tell me.
I don't think much of you as a lawyer.
Bruh.
It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you.
You got some nerve, alright?
But that's not going to
I
happen this
alpha.
time.
Me man.
This time, you're gonna have to do it by yourself.
Yeah. Try saying that to the 3 people doing this tri-op.
That's enough. This court is now in recess.
Phoenix has 3 personalities.
Say that to the voices in my
She's
head.
crying again.
Yeah, we're all just voices in Phoenix's head. I'm
fire.
truly sorry about everything. You were
But
working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day. We didn't even have a chance to talk.
She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places, and Iris was inside the sacred cavern.
I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on.
You'll be alright. I mean, well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. But there's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did?
Huh?
If you had tried to get help at the sacred cavern yesterday, I mean, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there.
My sister. I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either.
Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it?
Yes, but I at least had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her I would help her.
Going to jail now, nigga. Are you talking about the fake kidnapping like 11 years ago?
Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But, as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that, Dahlia's stepsister, Valerie, ended up.
That was the case that wounded Mia so badly.
Mia.
So badly.
Yes.
When they were saying like, "Oh, she lost everything," I'm like, "Bro, she still took some bodies down, though. That's kind of problematic."
But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder.
People. You must mean.
Yes, the 2 defense attorneys. Niefe and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who ended up getting too close to learning the truth. Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You.
That's right. Iris. There's one more thing I have to ask you.
is my life over?
Yes? What is it?
On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elise, Was it really you?
Yes, was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone.
That joint.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
There's a problem. Come to the
Every
Enter
time.
Temple right away.
Okay.
I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But
Lightning strikes. Holy smokes.
The path of the inner temple was cut off, right?
exactly.
God, my headache was just going away.
Can't just leave the body here. But you've got to do this exactly as I say. Got it?
It's just someone in a hacker voice.
You're anonymous.
Meow.
It's me. I was the one who
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
received her body.
Oh,
The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mystic Elise always held.
I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff.
Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple on the snowmobile.
But why? Why did you alter the body?
I didn't want anyone to know the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the shishishito. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground.
Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer.
No.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it.
I see.
Has a sword hidden inside, the actual murder weapon used to murder the victim. Defendant!
Yes?
The judge is calling you. He wants you to see you in your chamber. He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Alright.
Broken interview left and right, bro. I'm proud of her. She finally made it out
Well
the hood.
then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you.
She won't. Something she wants to tell me.
Sorry, lady, but I'm taken by Maya Fey.
Gross.
So it's true.
I'm gonna give you this cold medicine.
Could be even from the very beginning.
Double X plus.
Just mix it with Sprite.
Oh, never mind.
Let's
Let's
go.
Mia, how's Maya doing?
Famous.
Physically, fucked. She'll recover later.
The
But
bag.
emotionally, perfect.
Bro,
Right.
you...
Oh my god.
Very badly by this case.
I think you've altered enough text in this episode alone.
Over the course of this entire trilogy, this is the one episode where we alter those texts.
That's crazy. 'Cause
I
I
see.
don't even have a character this whole.
You don't mean to learn who at least Donum really was? Yes. I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew. But why? Why you do that? Maya's stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it.
Oh, that's kinky.
Just falls.
Please clarify. I want you to figure that answer out for yourself.
Oh, shoot, she gave you her blessing.
The trial is about to
Alright.
start. She did. The real killer Do you know who it is yet?
He's nuts.
I wouldn't tell me who called her, but still. I think that just maybe I know who it was. It was the fourth statue to the left. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the inner temple, and the criminal wasn't just there by accident. Which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning.
It's pearly.
Oh,
I'm
and
just
one more thing. The victim was moved to the Hasakura temple side by Pindum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the inner temple side for almost an entire day. Facts. So the culprit, someone that was in Hasakura temple the following day. That's as much help as I can give you.
Side profile.
It's Larry Butts.
Side boob. The rest of the battle is yours to win or lose.
Side cleavage.
I'm dead, so.
I'm dead, so it don't make a difference to me.
Alright, bet. Good looks.
You ever notice that whenever Mia is here, and, whenever she's being channeled by someone, she always has the mole? That implies that the mole is part of her soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye?
Me.
Whoever it was. I'm asleep. Me. I have to prove it all by me lonesome.
No help from.
Mia, come back.
Nope.